So hello everyone, lovely to be with you all. Just a couple of words that will be, this meeting will start with a guided meditation, which will be followed with a discussion, questions, answers, whatever you would like to discuss. So welcome. You can just be comfortable, sit comfortably, and welcome your experience just as it is. Meaning, simply notice whatever it is, whatever is appearing to you, whatever thought may be appearing to you, whatever sensation, perceptions. No need to do anything. Just for the duration of this meeting, invite yourself to a complete relaxation of the body, of the mind. No need to make it a mission, but a gentle invitation, inviting yourself to being, simply being, and allowing your environment to be what it is, no matter what is unfolding around you, within your body. In this relaxation, there is no effort, no agenda. Not trying to reach any particular state. In this relaxation, you don't need an image of yourself. An image may appear, but it appears and dissolves in the space of awareness. You don't need to take any position, any stance. Allowing the universe to do its dance. It dances within you as the heartbeat, as the breath, as the sensation of your feet on the ground, It is the universe dancing, the cosmic dance. The sunshine, the sound of children playing in the garden, or the sound of traffic in the distance. It is the cosmic dance. You are this effortless awareness that hears these words. Effortlessly. You are the effortless awareness that perceives the gentle movement of breath. This effortless awareness perceives a thought. When a thought appears, I awareness. Am the perceiver. But irrespective of what I am perceiving, I do not change. Like the ocean, whether there are waves on the surface of the ocean or not, whether there are small waves or large waves, the ocean is unaffected, remains the ocean. Like a mirror reflects various images. It is unaffected by the images it reflects. Similarly, whether you are hearing these words or being in silence, you remain the same. Whether you are perceiving the bowl of oatmeal that you were enjoying for breakfast this morning, or perceiving the sandwich you were having for lunch a few hours later, you are the same awareness, the same borderless presence that was perceiving both events, that same borderless presence that hears these words right now. Isn't that so? Take a look. Yes, the body has a name given by the parents. Your car in the garage has a name. It's a Toyota, a name that's been given by the manufacturer. Your house has an address where you live. If you have a pet, your pet has a name that you gave to your pet. Although the body may have a name, this does not mean that you are the body, right? There is no problem with the body, naming the body. There's no issue with the body having a gender or your car being yellow, blue, or black or white. There's no issue with that. But believing that you are the body, believing that you are a male or a female person, it's akin to believing that you are your car or your house. Your car appears to you when you need it. And your body appears to you when you need it. If you need to cook a meal for the body, thoughts will appear to you, which are certain energetic images. You may perceive images of pasta or maybe a salad. So the body appears to you as it's needed, but this does not mean that you are the body, does it? So we take a look. We take a look and we investigate on what basis, on what grounds do I believe and hold on to the belief that I am a male or female form, that I am body-mind? On what evidence? In this moment, is it a male or female awareness that is hearing these words? What is it that perceives right now? Is it the ears that perceive? Is it the brain that perceives? Is it the eyes that perceive? Or is it I? There is no denying that there is a brain, a body, mind instrument here that has been programmed to decipher these sound bites, English sound bites. This particular instrument has been programmed and trained to decipher these English sound bites, but it has not been trained to decipher the same meaning, but in a different soundbite. Par exemple, maintenant, vous ne pouvez pas comprendre ce que je dis. And right now, you understand what I'm saying. The sound bites of it is a few seconds ago, you did not comprehend. The sound bites that followed, you comprehended. Because the instrument is calibrated for the English sound bites, but is not calibrated for the French sound bites. And yet, you heard, vous ne pouvez pas comprendre ce que je dis. You heard these sound bites. You heard them 100%, nothing lacking in hearing them, right? That which perceives those sound bites without comprehending them is awareness. The same awareness that is hearing these words right now and comprehending them. The reason why awareness comprehends the English and not the French is not because awareness is limited. It is because the body-mind has limitation, has not been calibrated to comprehend the French language, at least not yet. Maybe you will take it upon yourself to learn French tomorrow. You are not the instrument. The instrument serves you in whichever way that instrument has been trained. So in this moment, you are the reality which perceives every moment. Never been otherwise. But this reality which perceives is not a body-mind. It has no form, no shape. You can perceive the body. You can put your hands, see the size of your hand, move your fingers. You can look at the mirror, see the shape of the contour of the face, the color of the eyes, of the body. But you cannot perceive that which perceives. You cannot look in the mirror and perceive that which perceives. When you perceive a hunger sensation within the body, you perceive the hunger, but you do not perceive phenomenally that which perceives the hunger. And yet, can you deny that you are perceiving hunger? That which perceives is always on board, never otherwise. But that which perceives has no form, no shape, no density, no color, no density, no location. And yet, it is undeniable. So give yourself to this undeniable reality which you are. Meaning, you don't need to superimpose onto the reality which perceives right now any limitations. Whatever limitations you superimpose upon the reality which perceives right now are false. You cannot limit the wide open sky. Although these limitations are false, unreal, like the white beard of Santa Claus. As soon as you believe that I, the reality which perceives right now, is limited, is dependent on a body-mind, you will experience the sense of separation, the sense of lack and worries and fears. But as soon as God knocks on our door and we are reminded that we are the reality that perceives and not an object which is perceived, the seed of freedom is planted. And once that seed is planted, we take care of it to make sure that it germinates and reveals the blossoms and the perfume of our true nature, the perfume of causeless freedom, peace, and happiness. Okay, so if you have any questions, anything that you would like to explore, to discuss, you're welcome to turn on your video. Make sure you unmute yourself so we can explore together whatever you would like to look into. So any questions, any? Hello, Holger.
Hi, Magdi. Just a little thing. On Friday, I was at Costco and I felt a little down, and it was just so much stimulus. And then suddenly to my mind came your voice and said, nothing is at stake. And this was you mentioned it in one of your previous meditations, nothing is at stake. And this was such a beautiful relaxation in the middle of all this plastic, fantastic, all this activity and rushing. And it was just beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. as the belief and the feeling of being a person thins out, then the universal wisdom bubbles to the surface. Because, yes, I mean, there can only be something at stake from a particular point of view. So there has to be a particular point of view that somebody is cherishing, is holding on to. And as soon as there is a particular point of view that one is holding on to, there is the possibility of something exposing and possibly challenging that. Behind the feeling that there is something at stake, there is the belief in being a limited consciousness, a personal self, which is not really our experience, because our experience is right now in this moment. And in this moment, it's just the flow. It's just being, presence, whatever. There are no words for this moment, really. But definitely in this moment, there is no person that is doing anything. It's just whatever there is, which is the dance of Shiva. It's the universal universing, the universe universing. And at the heart of this universe universing, this moment, there is awareness. There is awareness and there is presence. And knowing yourself is knowing yourself as awareness, presence, presence, awareness. So the universe can do all the universing it wants to. Presence, awareness is unaltered, untouched, unaffected. But beyond that, when we look at our experience this moment and looking at our experience this moment does not mean engaging in philosophical discourse. No, it's just being clean, being sharp, being pure about our experience right now. This universe that is universing, meaning perception. I'm hearing these words. There is talking, there is sensing, there is the heartbeat. There may be the sound of traffic, which I'm referring to as the universe universing. If you look at your experience right now in this moment, do you find a distance between hearing these words and awareness, that which perceives, that which hears? Do you find a distance? It's fascinating, isn't it? Mm-hmm. This question. So the universe is universing at zero distance. At zero distance from I awareness. meaning my experience, and not looking at, oh yeah, the traffic is out there, the road is out there 500 yards away. I'm not looking at thoughts. I'm not looking at memory. I'm looking at our experience. In this moment, I hear these words. There's the sensation of my feet on the ground. What is the distance between awareness and the sensation? Fascinating, this zero distance. Again, we have to look, not just believe what anyone is saying. We have to come to clarity. Indeed, that is my experience. What can I trust if not my experience? If that is my experience, I'm clear that whatever I'm perceiving, sensation, thoughts, perceptions, they're at zero distance from I awareness, whatever it is that perceives, zero distance. That means there is no separation. In other words, another way of saying it, it is that which is created, meaning that which is perceived is created, and the creator and the perceiver are one. The creator, that which is created, and that which perceives are one. One means zero distance. Yes. Yes. So how could there be lack? How could there be something lacking when there is oneness? There's oneness. Because we never experience anything outside of ourselves. We experience a thought that says, oh, well, there is something outside of myself. But that thought which we experience is not outside of ourselves. It's not outside of awareness, right? Even the thought that says, oh, yes, this and that are outside, somewhere out there. That thought which says this or that is out there, that thought is intimate with awareness. In other words, it is the creation of awareness and the perception of awareness. Awareness creates and perceives the thought about some distant, some separate object. But our experience is we never experience a separate object. So given that we do not experience a separate object, on what basis do we continue to believe in separation? The separation and lack go hand in hand over there. The sense of lack is, oh, I am missing this or that, or I wish I had this or that. Let's see. So already from the onset, we adopt separation. We put on those shoes, those clogs of separation. Yeah, oh, nice. They fit me really nicely. Oh, yeah, I am me now. I am this person. All right, let me experience the sense of lack. Darn, I don't have $1 million. Gee, I don't have a great partner. I don't have a great job. I don't have my Maserati. Darn, I don't have this. Darn, I don't have that. So we put on those boots. We put on those shoes. And then we perform mental anesthesia. We forget that we already have assumed, without any evidence, that I am a body-mind, I am a separate self, I am a person. We do mental anesthesia, and now we live our life. Yeah, let's experience the sense of lack. Let's seek, let us find more and more pleasure and be disappointed because we can experience pleasure, of course. The body is wired for that. But that doesn't mean happiness.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, as we take a look at our experience and contemplate our experience and explore our beliefs, then the perfume of our true nature, the perfume of the garden, starts to fill. Whether we're in Costco or I don't know, at work, whatever. This lightness of being, this happiness. And of course, the mind, will say, there is nothing at stake, because nothing at stake, as the mind says it, there is an experience of that. There is experience of nothing at stake. And the joy is in the experience of nothing at stake. You see.
Thank you, Magdi.
Awesome.
I see, Chalo, I see you have your hand.
Good afternoon. Thank you for your service. Grateful to be here.
Yes, Chalo. Yes, hello.
Chalo.
Yes,
Hi, Magdi.
Hello. Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is it that the brain is designed to experience separateness instead of oneness? Even when I stop believing, I don't believe anymore that I'm separated, but I feel separated. As if my brain was designed to constantly experience separation instead of, or separateness instead of oneness. Why, when I became aware, it is not awareness to oneness, but it's awareness to separation. You are there, I'm here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So first of all, Chalo, it's important to understand that you don't experience, and I'm emphasizing the word experience, separation. You don't experience separation. You believe you do, but I don't believe you. But let me explain. Now, let's say that in your night dream, you dream that you are swimming and you are in a lake and you are starting to drown. You are tired and the shore is very far. And you're getting very tired and you're starting to drown. So you feel, I'm drowning. But when you wake up, you find it, no, you were not drowning, you were resting in bed. But in the dream, you felt it was very, very real. You were drowning and you were trying really hard to survive, In our waking state, we experience the sense of separation. What does that mean? It means we believe that we are a person, a limited entity. we believe that our reality is a body-mind, and that we are on this earth as a humanoid. And we overlook the reality of awareness. So we identify, we create a reality, a physical reality, a material reality, and we overlook reality. Now, reality doesn't change. The body, shallow at 2 years old, shallow at 15 years old, shallow at 20 years old. My God, there's such different people. If you put the pictures on the wall, well, not for you, but if you show them to somebody he will look at the pictures and tell you, oh, who are these three people? Because there are three different people. But Shallow looks at the three pictures, says, oh, no, this is the same people. This is me. It's me. The body is constantly changing. Yes? I mean, we don't perceive the change second by second. We perceive it after 2 years, 4 years, whatever. But in fact, it is changing. It's constantly changing. Yes? And the mind meaning thoughts, images, memories, creative thinking is constantly changing. It's like, it's beautiful. Yeah? And the world is constantly changing. Try to think of, the map of Mexico 500 years ago and the map of Mexico now. Try to look at the earth, how the earth is constantly moving. Actually, it's very sad what's happening to the earth, how we are messing it up. Anyways, so reality doesn't change, Shalom. Ask yourself, in your experience, what is it? What is my reality? You will not find that your reality is Chalo, is the body. Mom and dad, they loved their boy. They said, this beautiful boy, we want to call him Chalo. We want to, teach him, love him, bring him to good schools, etc. This is for the body. You say, if you ask yourself, what is it that is real in my experience, that's unchanging across time and space, you will only find one candidate, and that is awareness, consciousness. So when you are talking about reality, it is only one reality, yes? You cannot have 4 or 5 realities or 3 realities or 2 realities. To be very clear about that there is one reality. We can look into that another time. If somebody asks about it, we can talk about it. But there is one reality, which is the reality of awareness and consciousness. Now, awareness is not a male awareness or a female awareness. The instrument of perception in this limited mind is male, female. Some instruments have very high vision. Others, they need glasses. Some have a creative. Others are more application. So the instrument is very, very varies. But that which hears these words, the reality that is not male, female, not big, not tall, not living in US or Europe or Latin America or Germany or whatever. No. So therefore, Chalo, if there is one reality, and your question is, how come there is the sense of separation? My question to you is, do you find the sense of separation in this reality? Meaning as awareness? No. Right now, that which hears these words has no sense of lack, no suffering, no lacking, no missing. He's not saying, oh, no, I don't want to, I want to hear French, I don't want to hear English. No, it's awareness is transparent, is non-phenomenal. Yes, the reality that perceives right now is non-phenomenal. It's amazing, right? Because the mind is so programmed to think that the reality is phenomenal, is physical. It's going against the mind. I mean, what we are speaking about now goes right against the mind. The mind is saying, no, wait a minute. The reality is the mountain. The reality is the water. The reality is the body. The reality is my thoughts. The reality is my bank account. The reality is my car. That's what the mind is saying. Which means it's all the mind says, it tries to fool you. It tries to fool you, to make you believe, oh, you know what's real, Chalo, is you. Your body is real. Your money is real. Your car is real, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm not denying the body or the bank account or the world. I'm just speaking about the reality. Reality is non-phenomenal. That which perceives right now, which hears right now, is neither male nor female. No. You see? So, from reality's perspective, there is no suffering. Therefore, there can only be suffering in non-reality. Because there is no third option. Either it's reality or other it's bullshit, right? Right? Reality is, if suffering is real, okay, I handshake you, you handshake me. I wish you good suffering, you wish me good suffering. End of story. We're going to have a really good suffering, because if suffering is real, there is no argument about it. It's real. If it's real, then boom, end of story. Yes? But reality doesn't suffer. Awareness doesn't suffer. So therefore, the answer to your question, Chalo, is about the understanding about reality. I can tell you all sorts of stories. I can tell you, well, God is playing the game of suffering, blah, blah, blah. But in fact, it's what's more important, Chalo, is that you come to understanding about reality. What is it that is real? What is reality in your experience? I am not telling you, you have to find. I'm just suggesting that which is real in your experience is whatever it is that right now perceives this perception, hears these words. But the content, meaning the images that you perceive, may not be real. Because after all, these images, Chalo, are brain activity, aren't they? They're mind activity. They're mind activity. Mind activity is conditioned. It depends on the instrument, the calibration of the instrument, right? Also, Chalo, it is possible, one chance in a billion, it's possible, but still it's possible, that right now you are dreaming. Meaning our conversation right now, everything you perceive is a dream, is not real. Although that's a possibility. I don't know, I'm just saying it's a possibility. But it opens the door to the possibility that everything you perceive is just dream stuff, mind stuff. Although although it is possible that we are dreaming, there is still a reality. There's a reality that perceives. But the reality that perceives is not in the dream. So this is what you need to take a look at, Shalom, about, because your question, there is a deeper question. In your question, there is a deeper question, which is to comprehend, to understand. To understand. Because in understanding is freedom.
I was thinking that separation is probably a survival mechanism. So I can see the lion coming at me, because if I see one, I'm not gonna run.
Sure. Oh, absolutely. No, in the dream, meaning in the realm of experience,
and
you
then,
need to know what food is poisonous and what food is healthy. Yes, you need to know the difference between a cobra and a garden snake. Yes, absolutely. But that's not on the psychological realm. This is on the phenomenal realm. And on the phenomenal realm, there is a learning by trial and error over time. We get bit by the cobra, we get very sick. We learn. There's a learning process. We eat some fruit that makes us sick. We learn. Yeah, you are right. At that level, is not a psychological, it's not a sense of lack. It is a practical intelligence of the body-mind because the body-mind, the humanoid, and the environment are interconnected. So there is a learning process, an interactive process. We also learn with other humanoids how to be with people. So we have a harmonious relationship in our life, in our society, in our family. But that has nothing to do with separation the way I am speaking about it. The separation is at the psychological level. And we experience it as the sense of lack and the fear of various fears, above all the fear of dying. Yeah. Wow. Okay, Chalo. Yes, nice talking to you. Okay. Judy, hello, Julie. I see that you have your hand up, but I think you need to unmute yourself. Let me see how I can do that.
I'm unmuted.
Yes. Okay. Now I hear you. Yes. Hello, Judy.
Hello. So, forgive my words because I'm relatively new, but I am aware that I am so vested in my thoughts, my stories, and my experiences, decades of habits, and I understand lack of, have this desperation to move away from that, this feeling that it is, I keep saying this, I think it was Walter said, stop hoping, there's hope for me. And so the little girl in me says, how do I do that?
Yes, yes.
Is it self-centeredness? I keep reading that it's self-centeredness, Magdi.
So thoughts appear to you.
Yes.
And all the thoughts that appear to you, they are appearances, neutral appearances, like in the wide open sky, clouds may appear, different shape, different size, different. Some are light gray, others white, and some are darker, etc. They appear, they're appearances. They have no significance of their own, except for some of the messages sometimes that they tell us. For example, they may tell us, the thought like, today is Sunday. So that's a thought that appears to you. It has significance for you, meaning whatever it means. Sunday, maybe some special activities that you do on Sunday. So the thoughts appear to you. There is no issue. We have no issue, we meaning consciousness, has no issue with thoughts appearing. They appear, they disappear, whichever way they do. There is one particular thought that is the party pooper. That thought is not often noticed. It's like a Sherlock Holmes type of thought. It's a hides. It's very good. It masquerades itself invisible. That thought is, I am Judy. I am a mother, a daughter, a friend, a good person. I have been doing great things in my life, blah, blah. I am Judy. I am a person, a personal body, mind, a personal consciousness. That thought is in the background. It's the background. There's no issue in our contemplation. We don't have any issues with thoughts. The teachings that say, control your thoughts, don't get wrapped up in your thoughts, blah, blah, blah. I never speak like that. There's no issue with the thoughts and functions of the body-mind. It makes sense to have thoughts. Thoughts are functional. There is a great wisdom in thoughts for the body-mind to function in harmony. But the party pooper is, I am Judy. I am a mother, a daughter, a neighbor, blah, blah, blah. The body is Judy. Yes, this is what mom and dad, they loved their baby daughter. I said, Judy is a beautiful name for this sweetheart. That's what, it's beautiful. It's a name. And you said, you have agreed, because you have no choice. Well, you could change your name, but I think Judy is a beautiful name. So you agreed, okay, I am going to refer to this body mind as Judy. Yes. So the confusion and the unhappiness is when you believe, I am Judy. Why is it an unhappy thing? Because Judy is a phenomenon in time and space, has a beginning and ending. It has ups and downs. The body is constantly changing. The mind is constantly changing. So when you identify yourself meaning only oneself, the self is the reality which hears these words right now. is to be clear that that which hears these words right now is not Judy. Judy is the instrument. That which hears these words is I. I is the invisible presence. I is presence. There is a difference between I and me, at least the way I speak. Me is this identification with the body. Sometimes people say the small self. There is no small self. There is a false identification. There is a belief that there's only one I. There's not two eyes, only one I, only one reality. And that reality has no name, has no age, has no location. So the issues that you will encounter are the issues that are connected to the belief, I am Judy, I'm a person. So be attentive, not to the thoughts, let the thoughts be. Whatever they are, you don't have to, you can have a billion thoughts a day. Don't worry about it. That's the body mind. But be attentive to the belief that I am Judy.
Wow. Mm. Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with the belief I am Magdi if it is a valid belief based on some evidence. What evidence do you have that I refers to the body mind or is limited to the body mind? What evidence do you have? You perceive the body mind.
Mm.
You perceive sensations in your body, you perceive images. You perceive the body as sensations.
Mm-hmm.
You perceive the oak tree, right? In the yard. Are you the oak tree?
No.
No. You perceive the body. Are you the body? You're hesitating. You are hesitating.
I'm not the oak tree, so I have to be the body.
Wait a minute. You perceive the oak tree and you perceive the body, right?
Yes.
So you say, I perceive the oak tree, I am not the oak tree.
Right.
I perceive the body, but I am the body? It's a contradiction. You are contradicting yourself.
Yes.
You perceive the oak tree, but you are not the oak tree, right?
Right.
It makes sense to me. It makes sense to you too, right?
Yes.
You perceive the body like you perceive the oak tree.
I'm not the body.
If you are not the oak tree, then you are not the body. If you are the body, then you are the oak tree.
How come I don't know that?
Because we need to investigate.
Mm.
We need to investigate in our life here, in our temporary journey. It's not just about taking care of our children, our money, our body. We also have to investigate to come to understanding. We have to come to understanding, not to understand how to make a good lasagna or to understand how to fix the carburetor. Yeah, of course, that's useful too. But understanding about ourselves, understanding about reality. In order to understanding about reality, we need to contemplate, we need to investigate, we need to inquire, we need to pose questions, we need to dig into it, And if you don't dig into it, then God will tighten the screws on you, tighten.
Yes.
And if you still don't investigate, they'll tighten a little bit more, like that. Because God is love. And when God's children are unhappy, God isn't going to just sit down and smoke a cigar in the lounge. He's going to come to help her children. And suffering is God knocking on your door telling you, okay, what are you doing? What the heck are you doing? Where are you going, girl? Turn around, here I am. Turn around, please turn around, here I am. Turn around, here you are. Here you are as awareness. You are the light of being. I have lit the flame into you. Same fire, the fire of truth is within you. What are you doing? Living your life. Oh, I am Judy, I'm a great person, I'm a great grandmother, I'm a great mother, I'm a great daughter, I'm a great... Come on, right? Come on.
Yeah.
Awaken to your true nature.
I sold myself a bill of goods.
I'm sorry, yeah? What?
I sold myself a bill of goods.
Yes, you sold yourself.
What's fortune, what money, what marriage, having kids.
Yes, right.
I bought the American dream, entrepreneurship, it didn't prove good for me.
Well, it's okay.
Totally.
It did what it did. It had its place. It had its purpose. Now you are embarking on a journey of love, beauty, freedom, peace, and happiness.
Yes.
Okay. There's no problem with the past. Not a problem.
No.
Whatever you had to do, blah, 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 it was all God's doing. Now there is a new conversation, a new investigation, a new inquiry. So we say yes to that. We say, wow, yes to that. And when you knock on God's door, then you find there is no door. It's open. It
so
comes to you. It comes to you. Whatever you need comes to you. You just have to recognize it and do your part.
Oh, it's wonderful. I'm jumping up and down.
It's
thank you.
Very lovely to meet you again and be with you.
Same here, Magda.
Okay. Any questions? Okay, well, very lovely to be with you all. And nice to see you, Adam, and Charo, Judy, George, Richard, Victor, Holger. Hey, John.
Hello.
Hey, Frank, Holly, Grace, Malcolm, Zoe, and Deepak. Very lovely to be with you. Thank you all.
Magdi.
Merci, Magdi.
Thank you. À bientôt.
Thanks, Magdi.